No sooner than the change of guards happened in the White House, Xi Jinping has laid bare his ambitious plans of world domination by creating a neo-colonial world order. According to news reports, Indian and Chinese troops physically clashed once again in the high-altitude area of Nakula in North Sikkim last week. The brawl started after Indian troops challenged the attempt by the People's Liberation Army to intrude into Indian territory. Over 20 Chinese PLA soldiers were injured during the clash, suggesting the Indian troops dished some generous offering to the guests trying to unlawfully coerce their way through in the Indian territory. The Nakula sector, located at an altitude of 5,270 meters, was also one of the original face-off sites when PLA troops intruded into Indian territory at multiple points in eastern Ladakh in early May last year. After being dormant for 7-8 months, China's sudden yet renewed vigor to intrude into the Indian camps could be attributed to the rise of a weak, spineless leader like Joe Biden. The American president has made it clear that unlike Donald Trump's presidential tenure, China would not be attributed as the enemy of the Americans, albeit like his predecessor Obama, Biden would go at war with Russia. Sensing the love, support and care from Biden, the Chinese President Xi Jinping immediately opened up multiple war fronts in less than a week since Biden was inaugurated at the Capitol Hill. While India managed to successfully keep the Chinese at bay by giving them another bout of thrashing, other smaller nations will not be able to brave the Chinese attacks. Reported by TFI, last Saturday, 8 Chinese bomber aircraft and 4 fighter jets reached the southwest corner of the Taiwan Air Defense Identification Zone. The number of fighter jets and bombers made Taiwan apprehensive as its Air Force deployed missiles to monitor the incursion, the island's defense ministry said. One might have thought this intrusion was a standalone event, but the very next day, 15 Chinese Air Force planes, including 12 fighter jets, intruded into Taiwanese airspace once again. Sandwiched between the two events was a futile warning from the US to China. Unnerved by China, the Taiwanese vice president reached out to its regional partners India and Japan, among others, except for the US, showing a total lack of faith in the ability of Biden's administration to keep China in control. Also reported by TFI, for the first time and after Biden's inauguration, China has explicitly granted permission to its Coast Guard to fire on foreign vessels, a move that would make contested waters around the nation more volatile. The move is obviously aimed at Japan and all such countries that have stood their ground against the belligerence of China. While earlier there was a chance for deliberation between the two sides, China and Japan, over the disputed waters of the East China Sea and the Senkaku Islands, Jinping has taken more decisive yet disastrous steps emerging out of sheer frustration. Going by Biden's overflowing love for China, he is expected to scale back the trade wars, which would ultimately let go China scot-free. The high-pressure environment that the Trump administration had built around China is being dismantled by Joe Biden. It has not been a week since Democrats came to the White House, and China has given a teaser trailer of what remains in the store for the rest of the world for the next 4 years at least. These are ominous signs, and the world will have to pay the price for America's indecisiveness.